Hello there, welcome back to the channel here. Got a 3v3 the game on Generis, which is this map. It's basically like a big sort of sea, maybe like a Nova Lake. A lot of fish in it though, and a lot of ore and Nova and all these different islands here. So quite well suited to being a late game map because of all the tree lines as well, easy to wall. Kind of pushes the players into playing around the sea and taking it from there. And in the teams here we've got Soup here in the yellow with the Imperial Remnants. On his team, we got Constantine XI in the Black Sun in the purple. Then we got Fluffy Rabbit, a member plus somehow, in the New Republic. And then on the other side, we've got Lucky Ashman here in the Rebel Alliance. Attack or Die here in the teal Genosians. And lastly, we've got Russian Blunt here in the green First Order. So pretty much the low inter sort of bonanza here, I suppose. 6 low inters fighting it out, and Hunter was watching. He's resigned at the start. Whether he's watching by the end, I couldn't really say, because apparently it's a very long game. I'm baiting you into a terrible low inter 3v3 that goes on for forever, apparently. So I'm going to speed it up to get through this, because I don't want to be sitting here forever. But yeah, I mean, you can see how it could go. It could go late, right? I suppose we've got crazy late game map. You know, an inconsistent skill set. Might not be able to do the killing blows. I like Soup's little spot here. Does sort of push him away from the water though. Very safe looking, but I mean, he is the pocket, so maybe not so much. But he's right up here against the edge of the map in like his own little area. Quite a comfy boom, I suppose, if he wants to ignore the rest of his team. But yeah, he's got a bit of a stroll to get to the water. In terms of the other players, I don't think anyone's that far away as well. Attacks a little bit, but I think everyone's within jogging distance so much of the water. Constantine here seems to be maybe the closest, and then Fluffy Rabbit. Got a troop center already down for Lucky Ashman. He's just ruthless. When it comes to just like him and his peers in the low inter gang, he's just like, he's absolutely ruthless, right? Got that Mountie going, unpowered. 70% of the way there, sending it towards the rabbit. Don't know if there's any more troop centers kicking about. Not really. It's a pocket matchup, Genosians versus Remnants. Genosians could be lethal in a low inter bonanza, right? Don't know if I've ever seen Attack get on the Geos though. We'll see if he goes for it today. It's gonna have like infinite safe carbon in this game. There's just no way you'd ever run out. Is that just... Is that like one house? Just walls here? Is that even walled? Is there a wall behind it? I can't really see, but... Lucky Ashman is absolutely lost with his Mountie. He's just ran down here. Now he's running back. Is it walled? I assume it would be, because of his rally, but... Looks like he's going over there to investigate. He's microing it. Nothing really happening on the other side. It's going to be walling off and I assume, hopefully, fishing. Mountie hitting the prefab shelter here. Fluffy Rabbit's going to have zounds of time to work out what he wants to do about that problem though. Did choose this carbon over here, which seems a little bit awkward with a... I think it would have been nicer here. And he's just got this area to worry about. He's sort of gone towards his opponent a little bit. And dropping the troop center. What are these two up to? Building a food process here. Picking up the shore fish as well as the EOPs. Soup hitting T2. Is he first to T2? Looks like he is. Attack just started. Constantine's not even clicked it yet. Russian Blunt almost there. Lucky Ashman almost there. The Rabbit second to T2. He's going to be building the turret for the one Mountie. I'm sure that'll help out later. Lock down this area of his of the lake. Oh, that's not a good spawn. The OPC killer right next to where you build your shipyard. Bad times for Constantine here. This is a trash bin looking worker starts slamming its body into it. Attack here though, he's got some healthy fish. He seems to be the only one really. Kind of surprised to not really see many people on the water. It's kind of like a given to just be on the water on this map, right? Just easy walls and stuff. The map's just kind of telling you, come and fish. Look how many fish there are. It's just going to be an insane buff to your economy. This attack should really have a huge edge going into T3 here. Look, with all these extra workers, like look how many there are. If we went to the achievement screen, it's going to be quite a lot, right? 39, look at how far ahead he is of everyone in the game. He should be dominating. Like that could just be an easy couple of fighters out in T3 and then just go T4. Fast fighter, GG. Or shielded Geo. Ruin lives. So you should normally get some sort of friction for this. With the other players building frigates and stuff and fighting over the water. See Fluffy Rabbit getting onto the water a little bit late here. Let's get those covered in his power core. Constantine did manage to punch that OPC killer to death. So he can get on the water. Kind of works out for him, probably the best there. Since he can just trade some worker HP for it and not have to like build a frigate or something to kill it off. And Soup is T3. Gonna be dropping one air base. Surely two. Second one now. Fighting a Tuscat though. Trying to get a gate down here. Not trusting Rabbit side. Rabbit who has lost his wall here, but does have the turret. Which I assume's got some units in it. One trooper. I'll give him like a second attack projectile. 5 in bracket 2. And we've got Padawan running in here. I can try and grab this holocron for Lucky Ashman. And Fluffy Rabbit actually counter-attacking him here with a couple of Mounties. Attack, building a wall around this power core, then a turret. This is some real extra nonsense from the pocket here. Well, he did build a fortress. Taking a little bit of time to get this up, but it's there. But you can see his resources, like it's already got like 1,000 food. A little bit more shimmying around the res and stuff, we could probably have just gone T4. It kind of needs to be a bit of friction, you know, on the water to sort of prevent that, prevent people going insta T4 off of that big fish in eco. So I think a proper, well-experienced sort of game of this map, it should just be frigates from both wings and then Pocket maybe helping out a little bit in that regard. Fighting for the water. And I got Soup here pressuring Ashman because he did that little bit of a mountain rush here and he's on the wing. He thinks he's the weaker one to go for here. He maybe knows that Russian Blunt is wanting to just build turrets everywhere. But Ashman already built like a fortress up here. He's not really messing around, securing his resources up here. Second command center. Got speeders out, he's got air. He's really set up here. I swear he plays so much different than when there's like some inter on his wing and he's just like trying to hold them down. I think he plays so much more clever. He's set up a nice sort of defensive rebel sort of boom. He's got 3 command centers. He set himself up quite well. He's got the speeders if he gets any strikes sent his way by, you know, Fluffy Rabbit here. He's sorted. Only thing maybe missing from his gameplay is fishing. And Russian Blunt over here, up to 3 CCs. I think maybe everyone's just going to boom. Maybe that's why this is a long game. couple of frigates here are going to knock down this sensor bow. Attack Stroller going to run away here. I do see the Geos flying across the map. I don't know if they've connected with anything yet. Takes a real long time to get to Soup Seco though. He's right up against the edge here. It's going to be such a comfy boom. Geo's getting here and he's probably wondering, like, where is he? Where's his base? Sort of see bits of it. The second Geo get intercepted? Oh no, on a power droid now? This is a fail Geo. He could have gotten loads of damage as well if he just found this area. He attacked, building anti-air turrets for his wings. I don't think he really needed them on this map though. It's a good idea on like more open maps where everyone's fighting forever. But here, probably unnecessary. Building prefabs up against the edge. This guy walled himself in. And Constantine here, really getting ahead of things. Got a cheeky fleet on the go. Some destroyers here for Russian blood. And tanks whittled away all the food that he built up. See where everyone is in their boom. People are catching up to him. Soup and Fluffy especially. Built a bunch of frigates and air destroyer. I don't know if Geos are really the best on water, are they? Wouldn't have thought so. No advance, no cruiser, advanced cruiser, no heavy monitor, and no propulsion. It'll be okay just now, just not to scale into later. And we've got Russian coming in here with all these destroyers, which are just practically one-tapping these trawlers. And Constantine's kind of just lost all of his fishing eco. He's just got his fleet now, and destroyers are getting on top of him and doing a bit of damage there, but their pathfinding got a little bit confused by their own anti-air destroyer there. And kind of a successful mission from there, from Russian, in the sense of killing off the economy. But it's going to be a big fleet that's going to be pushing in. And I assume colliding with attack here. He's killing off Fluffy Rabbit's boats, or at least trying to kill them all, but it's got this nice defensive sort of cove area. A little island here. Attack getting quite a lot of volleys off there because Constantine not in patrol. He goes right up to the units and I think he's just going to lose this. He's taking too much damage. He does have the better upgrades, but if he'd, I think if he patrolled in, he would have won that because he's got all the range and everything. Like he eliminated his range advantage by walking into melee mode. It's a bold strategy, Captain. Basically, is to sum that up. And Soup coming in here to try and clean things up, get these trawlers. Attack does have an anti-air destroyer right here, but kind of late to. Oh, he sent on move command, and then they move past him. And then the frigates come back, and Constantine just like basically just pumping out frigates from free shipyards here. Gonna knock attack completely off the water here. Russian Blunt's just sort of chilling here. Kind of surprised that Constantine never hit him. He's probably just as surprised right now. As he slowly builds up some frigates. He's gone up to 5 shipyards right here. On the old First Order. It's quite a collusive attack here with Soup and Constantine. Coming in with a lot of air. That's the second group of air here from him. The Russian trying to fight both these things, but you know he's not got quite enough of either. So he's going to lose all of his fleet there. Soup hitting T4 right now. Got quite a comfortable boom here. Going for the Sith Temples. It's Imperial Remnants. Don't know what else is really happening on the map. Is he T4? Oh, the Ashman is. On the air. Fast fighter. No shields in production. What on earth? How does Ashman's brain work? Okay, I can understand efficient manufacturing, but like flight school, advanced flight. Does that not mean you got the other one before it, right? Yeah, you got flight school and then you got this. I just line of sight. It says. That's like a lot. That's like 550 food. Like, I wonder if he doesn't use his spaceport. Like he's only ever going to research it if he has the exact amount. So he's just getting what he can because he's just got an advanced fighter now. But like no shields. Shields is like the most. It's like It's like the one that you would get right now. Any player playing Rebels because he's got speeders as well. So it's like both of his units benefit from it. And I don't want to hear that same argument put back to me about line of sight. You know what I mean? And they come in here, they die because half of them are like half health as well, which is even worse. Now we can see Soup getting set up here. That's in the transport. It's Russian blunt up. Is he getting some holocrons? Oh, he is. That's a bit of a smug photo of that Ren guy with the holocron. Like a yearbook picture or something. Don't know, he just looks kind of smart in that little. It looks like a brown sort of suit. You don't really see his bashing stick when he's got the holo. Looks like an archaeologist posing with his newfound holocron. Rabbit with a bit of air raid here. More OPC killers. Right, I'm going to tone it down now. That 1.50 speed was for my own sanity. I'll play at 1.25 from here maybe. There's going to be a lot actually going on, I assume. Because there's just a lot of places to fight. Because of the water. The water element kind of just creates, like, it means like the whole map's almost for fighting now. Once they start slapping each other on the sides here. Cutting through the prefabs. Soup and Fluffy, I'm not sure what they're doing. I don't know if he's like on follow or guard command here for these Mounties. They're just, I don't know how they were both running. Were they chasing something? Either way, those units are really fumbling themselves here. They're just running in and dying. Trying to get around this fortress. You've got the Sith Masters rallied in here. Let's see what damage they can do. Constantine's fleet, pretty having a bit of a nap right now. There's the AT-AT swimmer. That's going to be quite big here. Quite strong in the water. Pretty slow though. What upgrades does that get? Like, like, is it a mech or is it war? Like, does this affect it? Or does that? Or does both? I'm not sure. Either way, it needs some sort of a speed buff. So as I could tell, like, Oh, that's helpful. Doesn't have any armor. I was going to look at maybe the armor class for a clue. But here's Suit with his 2 War Center upgrade max. Pretty tanky though, right? 410 armor. See how the attackers do against it. I'll start chipping away at it. Doing 8 damage, they're 10 getting cut to 8. Yeah, Russian building up a fleet again here, a lot of frigates. Can you not do better than that? You can't. You get cruisers though, an advanced cruiser, which is going to be kind of handy if you can keep it alive. You can start sieging down. See, Constantine grabbed up one of these islands. Fluffy's got this one, and this one's completely up for grabs at the moment. These Sith Masters not been doing too well. A lot of bounty hunters here, like Double Fortress from Lucky Ashman. This is more units than I ever see him with. And I think it is literally just because he's not killing himself in the mid game on some inter player. That's purely what it is. He just seems to play quite safe, smart, measured when he's here amongst his peers in the low inters. And then he's got much more resources to play with, and you know, like things look so much healthier, right? Tons of interceptors, fully upgraded. Got some MDs that I'm not too much of a fan of here. I'd like to see him get into the troopers, but still 2 forts down, some speeders. He's, you know, he's quite sort of safe here, just waiting for his teammates to come and chip in. And being attacked, but getting caught up here with his frigates up against the edge of the shore. He's got some MDs there, but they're not that much of a deterrence. Russians starting to siege this down with the cruiser though. The advanced cruiser with that 19 range. And Fluffy Rabbit getting a lot of this heavy artillery out here on the New Republic. A lot of damage out here, and it's going to be difficult for the rebels to hold. But look, an AC from Lucky Ashman. It's like, are these guys just like, when they play together, they're inters, but like when they're in our games, they're not even showing. It's like they're hiding their full potential from us. Oof, look at those shots from Ashman, just absolutely decimating all that heavy artillery. And Fluffy trying to rely on these heavy anti-air destroyers, but he's only got 9 range on them here. So it can't really reach too much, because a lot of this is land. Like, there's not too much shoreline access to that area. At the top here. The Russian blunt sort of carving through here. He's been attack grounding with his air cruiser, killing off the tree, so he can cut through to Constantine here. And Constantine's really not like equipped for a ground push. He's pretty much just been playing purely on the water here. He somehow manages to draw every OPC killer on the map to him though. And going to be colliding here with Russian's fleet. See that Soup's just been chipping away at it for a while while he builds up an anti-air destroyer with these fast fighters. And they're going to collide here. It's frigate versus frigate. Exact same upgrades, same HP, same everything. The OPC killer going hard there. And Russians starting to whittle away there, not really enough. Attacks right here in the area, but just not helping. Like he really could have helped there, and I think all these destroyers coming from Fluffy Rabbit as well. Providing Constantine's fleet doesn't patrol back the way now, they're kind of coming in at a dodgy angle. I think he's going to kill these all with the frigates. Need the frigates to come at the exact same time there. And really starting to knock down this position now. He must have lost his... Oh, he does have his air cruisers, they've just not really been firing. Can't maybe hit these cruisers right on the coast. That 17 range is actually really hitting the... like broadsiding the fortress and the shield generator. They've got Ashman like really microing his heart out here in his interceptors, maybe a little bit too much because he's actually fighting right now and not shooting back at them. These guys don't have shields and he does. Got the advanced turret as well. Attack here with some mech from the Geos. And some on this side as well. It's him and Russian Blunt pushing through here, and Constantine, as I said, he doesn't really have anything on the ground. His base is completely open. You would think that this should be GG, right? He's gonna need Soup to come and help, and it's like he's got this fleet and everything. He's got some eco out here, but how's he gonna stop this army? A couple of Night Sister initiates. Fluffy an attack and just hold this side, right? While Russian just pumps through here. I do hear conversions though. So it will be the Sith Masters to try and stall things out here. Definitely the best solution right now with what they've got as a team. A lot of MDs though, with like 7+7, they could probably pop those Masters if they see them. And Russian maybe needs to just start setting things up with Fortress there. I think it could be even more ambitious than that. First Order maybe just needs to add in some repeater troopers just to deal with those Masters a little bit more efficiently. There are a lot, even Night Mothers as well, so it's definitely going to have to be repeaters here. Repeaters and bounty hunters, I think. And they're going into melee mode with the army and they're going to do quite a lot of damage to it, but you see they do kill them kind of quickly. They focus them. You watch her health. Look, it's not too bad the speed it takes. Because they are expensive units. And Ashman still just attack ground in this. They never really got enough anti-air for him here. He's actually just sitting here waiting for like his next shot. Yeah. Is he gonna wait again? How long before this guy shoots at the assault, at the air cruiser? He's one shot away. Might die to MDs. Bam. So he's just sitting here terrorising them with 2 ACs. And the Masters are still popping in here. A few Mounties been rallied from Fluffy Rabbit. He's aggroed him. Fluffy's just got units everywhere. Like, just needs like a select all army button or something. Because he just ends up with population being wasted here and there. It's kind of his big weakness when it hits late game. Like, look how many anti-air troopers are here. Like, that's just wasted population. You've only got 250 to play with. I mean, do I dare count them? That's like 20 pop. So he's got a lot, like 230 pop to play with. And you got loads of boats here, chilling as well. There's a little bit, like Ashman's holding them with not a lot of stuff here, right? They're really fixated on this invasion. You see the bounty hunters built up here. We've gone for double fortress here from Blunt. Not deterred by losing some of that army to the Masters. Putting some turrets down, putting a shield generator down, conquering this territory. At the same time, their coastline getting sort of lit up here by Constantine, who's pretty much just gone all out on the water. So maybe that's the trade-off in that team, the divisional labour there. He's just going to be on the water and the rest of them can deal with things here. Maybe not the smartest decisions in terms of what the civs they are though. Because I think the Remnants and the New Republic are much better naval civs. Looks like he maybe lost one of the ACs, not sure how. Maybe got dove by some of the A-mobiles or something. He's retreated the other one back. A lot of mechs to defend here. The Russian Blunt really carving through. The Night Sister Initiate going down there. Loads of bounty hunters. Keep walking on top of his shield foundation. Some MDs colliding here. Do some okay-ish damage, but cruisers will be able to just outrange them if they just move away. A lot of conversions going on here by Soup, but losing quite a few masters as well. It's kind of like a one-for-one trade there, which is not good for him. Slows things down, but not too much. If he could get more conversions at one time, that would be great for him. Maybe he needs to come at an angle, like away from the bounty hunters. Because it takes quite a long time for these artillery and MDs to clean up the artillery conversions. I think Russian would definitely benefit from getting Purge with this army. Fluffy Rabbit with some attackers here, which there's not really any anti-air at all. He's been reliant on advanced turrets. And going to scramble to build one here, pulling the army right back. Maybe need to start adding in some AA mobiles as well, because the turret's not going to kill this quick enough. It will if there's 2 hitting it though. Because it's like, what, 3 hits to kill these. Or at least, he just got shield right now, didn't he? That's why none of these are at max shield. So for a lot of them it was just 2 hits. Went down a lot quicker than they should have. And the Mexican Orange Rebel Alliance army here assembling. The Rebel heavy mech destroyers. Kind of odd to see when like the army is not really that strong against Trooper. I thought this would be like a last resort from Rebels. Of how strong they can get their troops to be. That's 75 HP, repeater, 195 Mountie. And I think Mounties do pretty well against this. I think some masters would be nice for Ashman as well, just to convert some of these boats. Just because your enemy has masters doesn't mean you can't build them, you just got to keep them safe. I think some of the civs are kind of balanced around having them, regardless of whether they can get converted or not, and Rebels being one of them. Otherwise, boats are just a huge nuisance. God damn, already 30 minutes in. Pathfinding issues a bit here in this tree line. Honestly, I would not be amiss from just getting an AC and just like attack grounding areas. Just for space. It's not a war crime on this map, man. Look how much trees there are. It's fine. Deforestation is a good thing. At least on this map. You know, don't deny yourselves nice coffee tables and stuff, you know. Cut those trees down. Knocking the shield generator down with the artillery here. Do need to do the customary shaming though, right? Where is this Russian? Get your range. Get your range in your artillery. Don't just be a 10 range kind of guy, be a 10+1 range kind of guy. You larks. Well, that's going to be the most dangerous farming job here. It looks cool though on the island. I like it. Just, oh, invisible heavy anti-air destroyers. Very sneaky. Maybe that's what got his AC. I could totally see that being the thing. No sentry, but there's not really any detection here at all. It doesn't have any air speeders. No sentry posts. They're still carving through here slowly. Constantine's pretty much lost his whole base here, but as I say, he sort of set up on the islands, right? And he's just sitting munching away at the Nova. And what's his bank res looking like? He had a lot of carbon built up. He's managed to migrate some of his workers here. He's got like a carbon income. He's got the Nova income. He can pretty much keep making boats as he likes. Which he is doing, and he's just sort of policing the coastline. Maybe he could be a little bit more proactive with it though. There's a lot of this here to be grabbed up. And his team's definitely got like the lake. It's just that they're getting hammered from Russian blunt side, like him and Attack are carving through here. I think Attack could maybe be doing a little bit more though. Don't really feel like he's got anything strong out befitting the Geos. I don't see any like mounties out of him. He's got these MDs, but it's just not a lot. Not good opportunities for them here with these chokes either. He's got a few mech over here. He's kind of just splitting himself too thin as he usually does. A couple of assault mechs here. So you're trying to fight the water as Geos, which you can't really do. I think it'd just be better to commit to a side and smash through. I see this choke's really making things uncomfortable. AC gonna make it a bit better. Soup helping his enemies here. Needs to get a shot on those bounty hunters. That would be the dream. And you got a bit of a drop here. Some workers. This is weird. Is he going to build a fortress right next to his fortress? Oh, they're on the same team. What's he here for? Does he want the Nova? There's not much room here. Can they not get the trade going? Maybe not enough room for the trade. When will I find out? I want to know what these boys are planning. Are they going to make like shipyards or going to grab the Nova? Do something. Oh no. Is that dying to the fortress? That's impressive. AC did the fort. Oh, he is going on the Nova. And they've had so much of this center as. And Russian, not quite through here at all. Kind of lost most of the artillery. It needs something different. It's so I just trading MDs into these. Super is walking into him though, which is great. Out of a shield, no less. The trees are just going to bug things out when they want to go attack, and they're kind of incomparable HP. They get their little projectile attack though, which is a big differential, I guess, in that matchup. But I would quite rate First Order here if we got Grenadiers behind them with their like attack speed buffs. I think they could just be landing tons and tons of shots, and heavy MD would be quite a good meat shield. And we've got slightly Avengers here. We've got the Night Mothers coming across, we've got the Attackers, we've got the Conversions from the Sith Masters. Night Mothers are actually sneaking past. They're maybe going to go for some of the infrastructure behind the army. The Bounty Hunters are out of position for them. See how long the Attackers take to die to AA mobiles. I think they're like fully upgraded as well. That's why they're so good in like a big group. Because the time to kill them is just too slow. Is Ashman finally going to get this fortress? He's wanted this for years. Oh, one more. And it's gone. It's all gone. Down it goes. Soup has come here to make sure that that Nova's all gone. One pile down. And rush in and attack. Still getting through here. Trying to convert the shields, Constantine here. He might get this one. Deletes it. And maybe he's got Purge. Ashman's still fighting valiantly here against the rabbit. Got the New Republic troopers versus the Rebel Alliance heavy MDs. Strange matchup, cursed matchup. And Rabbit got some MDs here, but not quite got all those upgrades for them, right? Still could get that heavy MD. You can see even now he's still got pretty good edge on them, right? 250 health versus 175. Like it's a lot of extra HP. That's 75. If he upgrades them, it's going to be a lot more than that, right? It's going to be like what, 106 or something. Speeder's trying to get some kills here, but Fluffy's quite good at basically batting away like little bits of different units because he makes quite a versatile army. See, he's got a lot of boats here, he's got the repeaters, he's got the MDs. If you're going to throw something at him, you probably have to throw like a lot of that thing at him to make sure you actually get some good damage against him. Looks like Blunt's getting the upper hand here. Tank does have some mounties together. He's not got all his full upgrades for them though. They're missing some HP. I just don't feel like the attack's up too much. Here's some shielded Geos flying in. Go for the eco, I guess. Elite Geos. I like that. He's got trade going. I feel like he should just get like a big group of assault mechs or something as Geos. We could keep doing this. This is quite nice. I mean, these are just T3 turrets. They are going to take forever to kill these. Because you basically just doubled the Geo's HP pool and it's like, they take like 5 shots or something silly. And then they've got like huge DPS on workers as well. But I suppose it's not really, it doesn't really get that more ridiculous in T4, does it? When you've got like advanced fighters to compare them to, where they're like 2-shot in workers. And some troopers joining in. A pretty cool animation, it appears. Got a sort of Mars attack looking gun. That kind of spiral beam. Soup and Rabbit got getting the better of Ashman here. Trolling in some fighters, but not really got much on the ground right now. Could get a bit of a counter push going, but Blunt running in here and it looks like he's just terrorized these Sith Masters, like they're running away from him right now. And Soup getting these advanced turrets down. Taking advantage of the remnant ratio. You can get a bit more health, build them quicker and stuff. Could maybe just use a shield generator like where this mech factory is. Double their health. And their damage really adds up, and as I said before, it's population efficient, right? It doesn't cost you any pop to have this. So with all that, it's good use of that extra ore on this map. Closing out those chokes, and it's going to help against like masters and mounties and stuff. You can see how quickly they'll go down. Like they're pretty good, right? And they'll just be chipping away at these mechs when they come out their shield. They'll have to be slowly knocked down by the cannon. A couple of cannon shots per turret. Is that the centre almost mined out? Just that one island left. Constantine been a greedy boy with that island nova. Building some shields for his teammates. He's kind of just... Him and attack don't really have too much going on the ground. So it's kind of like Soup and the Rabbit versus Blunt and Ashman. And they definitely need to get this side really like pumping, pushing across. Because Soup is stalling his heart out here with his masters and his turrets. I do think some ACs would be nice. Geo's just being annoying, killing boats. Might be doing him a favour at the moment though. We've got too much population in boats, I feel. How did I get to 1.0 speed? Let me out already. This is kind of the point in the game that I think we should be like on the assault mech spam and stuff. Huge groups of Jedi. There's a lot of bug riding advanced mounted troopers from Constantine here. 160 health. Pretty healthy with that stim packs. That's the natural 145, I think, maybe. So I can take a few extra shots here, running in onto the MDs and stuff. There's not really anything like hitting behind though. There's some monitors which can be kind of abusive if they're in range. It is pulling back though. There's some assault mechs and some troopers here from attack, which should really help here. The Mounties should all fall down now, because it takes too long for them to kill the MDs when they've got shield. Because that's like 400 HP per. That's like trying to kill like an assault mech. Every one of them being an assault mech. The masters are coming in now into melee mode. And they have a lot of health. They've got extra armor on that civ too, but he's going to pull back, losing one. But push them away from the front for a while. Stalling things out. And Soup and the Rabbit still fighting Ashman here. Not really much changing. Just a few supporting units from attack. He just seems to be on like every tech tree. He needs to pick like 1 to 2 things and just stick with them. Because he's gone mech for most of this game and now he's gone into like artillery. I don't think the artillery is really better than the mech at this point in the game. Not when you should have like infinite Nova. You should just go in the assault mechs. The artillery is more of a early T4 kind of unit, you know? And it's just never really made a lot of them. A few troopers here. He's still not gotten that upgrade though, eh? Kind of just putting his resources in the wrong places. Like all the stuff for the artillery. Pretty much everything for mechs, right? So what is it he's missing? Not the beast training. Mounted troopers in that tech. That's what he's missing. The 25% HP on his mounties. That takes them up to 181. Whoa. Not colossal though. You can't afford it? You're gonna make that many and not get the upgrade? What the hell, dude? Get the upgrade. Come on. Popped as well. Big Constantine. Speeder's trying to hold out here. It looks like Ashman's not really got anything on the ground now. He's burnt himself out. Zico still looks okay though. He's too busy like been doing shenanigans, isn't he? He's been pummeled. I remember him putting a transport here earlier. His attention has shifted from defending here to shenanigans in the transports. And all these masters actually just coming into melee mode. killing off the units here. And the Navy actually getting some value, trying to chip away at the coastline. Why wouldn't you upgrade them? These guys are super tanky. Pretty satisfying to watch them attack. The AC though is going to do some good damage to them. It might take a few hits though, but still, they can't really avoid it. They're going for the fortress. I don't feel like they do a lot of damage now though. Kind of just tanky unit. I'm gonna get a third shot, right? I don't know where that went. A lot of repeaters here. And it looks like they could pretty much kill this side off if they actually had anything that killed buildings. They don't, it's like they're just permanently waiting for it, but nothing arrives. And Fluffy Rabbit popped, but as I said before, he's got 6 medics. What's that, 6? 20. A few units here. A few minis here, just a lot of wasted population. Need some cannons here. There's one. If Fluffy just pumped out like 6 cannons or something, they could really tear this forward apart. Take advantage of this time that there's no units there to defend it. And this team's struggling on both fronts. Like Russians and how many bounty hunters is that? He's practically going 1 for 1 here on the masters to bounty hunters. They do look cool though in the red. So they've got quite the bag. Russian, pretty healthy, just not really built anything right now. If he's deciding what he wants to make, he's got 70 population to play with. A lot of merchants, kind of a lowish eco. It's like 90 workers and then 40 merchants. And then 15 idols. Like he's kind of lacking, and you can see it in his resources. It's just farmers. He needs to just make like 20 more farms. I think he'd be better off. He's just queued up a lot. Like we just spent 5,000 Nova. I'm not sure on what. What have you spent this on? Did you just buy things or something? Spent hitting the magnifier. You had 5,000 Nova, right? Where did it go? I feel like he maybe just bought food. That must be a lot of food. 29. A big Remax and MDs here. We're good against these colossal boys, but how's Ashman's campaign of transports going? God, he's still doing this. It's not even heavy pummels, it's normal pummels. Some cannons here. Ashman could be smashing this with just like if he just made mounties. Instead, this is what he's up to. He's gonna build a fort. Huh? Where on earth are these going? This is him trying to tank. Oh dear. Anyway, back to Russian versus Constantine. Soup saying they need to hit the trade. Where's all the masters gone? "27 ships. Blunt, really smashing here. Attack seems to have taken over on this side. What's Attack's bank? I'm not surprised he's got 100,000 carbon. After the last few games that I've seen, in the last one he had 60k. He got 100. Well, he's out of the graphic now. He's on top of the carbon symbol. He's popped, but I don't know on what. 204 workers, that's kind of why, right? He's just got too many workers. 50 population is not enough for attack or dies shenanigans. Because he'll want to have some boats somewhere and a few units here and there, like different kinds that he probably doesn't need. 50 pop is not enough. So that's going to be his bottleneck this game. Russian getting some strike mechs here. Do you think you'd just be better with troopers? He's kind of got better troopers than the Black Sun, I would say. Just they've got the kind of better grenadiers. Like having that attack speed buff is going to be quite nuts. In come the Mounties. The Mounties would never trouble them, but you're going to have to rely on the bounty hunters to kill these off. A couple of strike mechs this time at least. Don't do too well with nothing behind shooting. Fluffy and Soup's so slow pushing on the side. Sort of seems like Ashman's given up on his transport shenanigans after losing those 3. So he's working again on this now. If Russian could get up here and get those cannons, that would be... I feel like these have been here for a while, eh? Like barricading these units in. Yeah, Russian doing well on his own. He's fighting like 3 different people here. There's a few assault. I just want to see attack. Just make like 10 assault mechs or something. Just smash through, and then show up, you know, either side with like tons of Mounties now and again. Best way to geo it up. Or better yet, Ackley Grenadier ultimate combo. True geo gameplay. This trade's kind of vulnerable. Like, it's actually a shame that Ashman's not doing his pummel drops anymore, because he could get on the trade here. I'm pretty sure you could just sit here with cannons and hit like a lot of these though as well. Very soon you could actually mine into range. I don't think this was the smartest spot for them, but it'll work for the time being. But long term, unless they like win this site, it's not great. What happened up here? Are they just confused, or how long is he not going to notice this? It's a lot of idle traders. He's got no Nova as well. There you go, you must notice something's amiss when you've got no Nova. More and more conversions here, just insta-killing his units with Purge. But he's crawling forward. It's like you can't use the coastline though as well, right? You gotta like hug the tree line here so you don't get hit with the cruisers. Oh, a lot of Viva la Mexico. Geo Rebel assault mechs hand in hand smashing through here with some speeders in the front to make sure there's not even one MD shooting at them. Quite strong. If they just bring everything forward, build a shield here, they can start advancing. There's the concern of the cruisers though, which I think will trouble them until Ashman converts them or something. The assault mechs could do some good damage to them though, maybe. This one's like right on land somehow. How did he end up on land like that? That's quite far in as well. These pummels are pretending they're boats. I always worry things like that are going to like cause an out of sync. There's a crazy arc here, a lot of MDs from Soup and from Constantine. Just smashing down Russian's army here. Does have some reinforcements over here. A lot of his population in bounty hunters. And Ashman's still attacking through here. Attack just needs to bring his units forward. Just box move. He's like double clicking, I think. Wow. I want him to bring the big bugs. The big assault mech. Ashman's taking advantage of this moment where they're all focused up the top here. But they are breaking Russians' lines at the moment. But he is still building stuff. He's not giving up. Attack sending resources. Holy. What's going on? He's a new man. Look at this. Spreading the wealth. He's still got 133,000 carbon though. No, Russians looking flush now. I swear Russians been buying food this game. He's trading and buying food. Rather than just having the farmers. Because I don't see any Nova overheads in what he's doing, other than the artillery now and again. He's not been making artillery for a while. This is just a lot of mech destroyers just pushing through. And in this number, the projectile attack's really strong. It's like just so many extra shots. Fluffy's holding, he's pumping out these units. They don't get stim packs. I mean, I don't feel like they deserve stim packs, but no. Good. That Civ has too much. I don't really like the repeaters from them though. I like the grenadiers. The grenadiers make sense. It's just like cheap grenadiers. Grenadiers are kind of pricey. They've got that veterancy upgrade. It's like 20% off. It's like I'd rather these were just heavy strike mech. It's much better pop use, more health, sturdier, better anti-trooper damage. Can't really go wrong with AMD strike mech. Oh, they don't get heavy. Okay, that's why I didn't have that. I feel like they do, it's just they've got all the health upgrades. That's what it is. Maybe they used to and they took it away, I can't really remember. But they do have heavy strike mech, which would be good. 250 is nothing to scoff at though, 250 MDs. Much better than what the Rebels have got here. There's just too many civs to remember absolutely everything anymore. Lots of changes all the time. Constantly relearning and remembering things. But remember one thing, First Order, good trooper. Where good trooper at? I think the Grens would just get such good value against this army. Just keep throwing troopers out again and again. Into shields. 60 HP. I think they'd be nice for the MDs too. The MD's a nice sort of meat shield for them. And then they just add what the army's kind of lacking, which is DPS, because they only fire at so many things at a time. See Ashman getting on the troopers now. Full upgrades. It's like a proper strong rebel army now. Which I do think could be better than the New Republics, yeah. Oh and no. Friendly fire. Not sure how he managed that. He's gonna raid these workers with speeders, is he? Or is he going to the oh, he's going to the fight. Flying over the random anti-air destroyers. He's going to help rushing on this side because there's a lot of mech here without air support, that's for sure. And he does make it across. Such a big army here between Constantine and Soup. Even Fluffy's got a few units here and there. Soup been giving him some turrets. Coming in here, getting the cannons. Really slow down the pushing power here. Is he? He must have it set to attack ground here. Will he hit his own troopers? Oh, he stopped. He's finally... Probably because he's giving these guys a move. He's like, what have I been doing? That's like 4 shots he's landed on his own units. Lucky Ashman, self-sabotage. He's actually Enter++, he's just always finding ways to hide it from everyone. Things like that. See how good these project, like at this number they're really carving through the MDs. See, they're all shooting that one and look how low they got that one. The more you've got, the more value. The more it's like that old version. These speeders getting lots of damage as they can. And the surviving one's got like 15 kills between them all. Should making some interceptors to keep them off the army. And they're pushing through. They've just got a much better army composition here. They've got these grenadiers and MDs together. Unfortunately, they're not working the way that they should. We've got the grenadiers frontlining for the MDs, which is not really what we want. They've got one range more than the MDs too, so. And it's over, that's the end. I wish. It was a part 2. So they must have had someone drop or crash or something. Or an out of sync, I don't know. But here we are back in part 2. And nothing's really changed. Could have a quick look at attack. Oh, 150, almost 160,000 now, carbon. He's planning to, he's probably going to eat the whole map, isn't he? What he's done. It's just like when they see the forest at Isengard, or what was what's left of it. Some of these trees are my friends. God damn. Absolutely munching through. And the getting some turrets up here. Again, I feel like Russian's gonna keep losing here with this army composition. It's just not versatile enough. And they're getting killed too quickly. And the time to replace them is a lot. Just needed some troopers laced in as well. I don't know if Ash was trying to push through here or what, but oh yeah, they got in the trade. Nice. Found a secret pathway. A lot of conversion going on. These Sith Masters have been a nuisance all game. Actually, a lot of units here. Big AC shots. Oh, it's just a distraction though, because the real invasion's here. The spaceports are all down. Gonna need to make a new trade somewhere, which is here. And Fluffy and Soup gonna have to respond to this. Alternatively though, they do have a path that they can now push into Lucky Ashman's base. Repeaters here, but they don't have stim packs, so the repeaters are not like the best. Quite a swell of units for these boys. Cannons are chipping away here and there. Constantine's got the right idea, building quite a lot of cannons, bringing them together. We've got some assault mechs sliding in here as well. It's going to feel a little bit oppressive for his side to have assault mechs when they can just convert yours away. And attack got some mounties here, but still one for it. He must not know about this upgrade in the nursery. He needs to learn about it. It's a huge one. Here come the Masters converting the Rebel Alliance assault mechs away. No purge there. Down they go though quite quickly. Not causing too much of an issue. Don't know how those walls were left over from his turret, distracting the artillery quite heavily. And so many assault mechs out here for Russian. He's just like, he doesn't care about them being converted anymore. He does have a lot of bounty hunters still. Maybe those masters that were down here were pulled away. Oh, here they come. It's absolute like assault mech taxation. How dare you have assault mech? That's what it feels like. The Sheriff of Nottingham arrives and just swipes your assault mech from you. How tanky that master is with a shield. That armour. Cannon's getting converted here. The Jedi are just really tearing Ashman apart here. Heaven Attack still have some units here, but kind of been stopped in that push. The cruisers are just patrolling, searching for anything on the coastline. And run the Mounties. Again, so much weaker than they could be. Oh, that would make a difference in that trade. Russian kind of up against the ropes here. Like his army's a bit disjointed, the trees are in the way, the buildings are in the best spots. So where he builds his bounty hunters too, could end up losing those fortresses. Night Mothers are really going to break. I don't want them running into the eco from here, that's going to be a problem. Constantine getting some good conversions everywhere. Converting everywhere. Yeah, and they run into the eco. The bounty hunter's trying to chase them down. You don't want them getting to this end where the spaceports are. There are quite a few. Like Attack is sort of, he knows what he's up to, right? He's got some walled. I don't know about this one. This one was got lazy on the job there. This one looks walled though. Bounty hunters and repeaters lying in wait. I've been trying to look at that. He caught this one, and then he runs through. Nearly let him through. It would have been like pure vintage Ashman right there. Like great idea, executes it, and then immediately fumbles it. Oh, Russians just doesn't want to be here anymore. He's over here now. They're so imposing, but they're like not that strong. Like, they look more menacing than the AT-ATs as well. He doesn't have that cannon thing for it. I don't know how good that is, though. I mean, I guess it's extra building damage, right? But I don't know, I haven't played around with it too much. I was slightly underwhelmed by it. There's no reason not to have it now, though, like, right? Late game. Can afford everything. And again, it's about getting the max value you can out of your population limit. And here come the Night Mothers. No, you're not allowed to have these big grey elephant beasts. Down they go. And the bounty hunter is not running forward to protect them. Instead, just... Ashman, what are you up to? Defend the heavy assault mech. This grenadier has been landing some mad shots, man. Look at them go. Bam. The Geo troopers doing alright here. But you can see their difference in health. Cheeky AC shot as well. Black Sun not the strongest here on the ground. Gonna struggle with that attrition. I wonder how Constant Zico's doing. Down 170 pop. 90 merchants though. I remember him having a lot of like carbon workers though. Well, 38, so he's built up a bit. He's actually improved his eco somewhat since I last looked at him. Oh, this is their new trade. Be worried if they push back on them here. And Ashman's like had a bit of a rebirth. He's really pushing through here. Good army composition as well. Just need some shields, which Russian Blunt's trying to show him the way. But they got that fortress down. Against these cruisers that have been like killing their static defense for the longest time. How are they like on land? That's artillery. God damn it! They look like boats. Ah! Was that one earlier? No, it was a cruiser, right? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm cooked. It looks too much like a boat though, right? Especially when it goes right up against the edge of the water like that. It's freaking me out, man. That could be their tech. Just make them amphibious artillery that just walks across water. It's probably completely broken, but at least I'll cure my sanity. A lot of units assembled here on the coast. Staring each other down. Does he even have any cruisers left? No. They're all dead. They're breaking through here though, eh? Like this new army from Ashman is just like the right kind to punch through there, and then attack and Russian Blunt are just on the back of it. He's building them static defense and stuff. Probably just using his Nova that he doesn't really like spend on units too much. Buy an ore. And they got a lot here, but they're not really pushing at the same rate. And their portion of the map's getting smaller and smaller now. Are they actually going to eat all the trees? I know Attack will. Like, he's like eating two corners, right? Absolute fatty here. American gaming right there. Let them go. Quite an arc. They are going to collide here. A lot of nice grand shots. Oh, beautiful. I love it. Oh, AC. Oof. Area of effect, boys. You think Onager shots and stuff in AoE are good to look at, pleasing on the eye. Like to see the grens on the stacked MDs, the AC on the trooper. So many cannons here. Ashman's had enough. Ashman's wife's come through and told him that he needs to go in 10 minutes, and he's turned it up a notch. He's had a call from the kids, he needs to go and pick them up. He's given 110% here. And Russian and Attack are following his lead on this push. while they try and hold off the other side. Which, again, like Constantine, he's struggling. He's not got the best units for it in the Black Sun. Like, playing into the mech not that strong. Some terrible heavy mounties, 135 health running in. Russian getting a bit too bold here. Going to take a lot of stacking shots. What progress they've made here, like in the last 10 minutes compared to like the last 3 hours. These look like blooming mosquitoes, these lambda, like an older lambda looking. I suppose they're not older, are they? For Imperial remnants, they're like ghetto lambda shuttles, like scrap tech or something, I don't know. Just like very sharp. Not as smooth and aesthetic looking as the Empire ones. I don't think that's like a graphical thing either, I think it's just like the design of them. Those little notches and stuff. I always think these look a bit weird. Ground TIE fighters. They're tracks. They're holding a little bit here, but then the speeders are just getting Q crazy value here. The assault mechs are great. Good, oof. Big explosions, even more area of effect things there. Attack not maxed, which is almost completely unforgivable given his bank. A healthy 160,000 carbon. AC goes down in the company. Is no one going to tell this man about the attack? I bet Russian knows about it. I don't think Ashman's missing any tanks this game. Yeah, Russian did get his range. Constantine, I just need to throw more grands at him here, I think. Be careful though, he's got a lot of cannons. I've yawned quite a few times now. It's a sleepy game, long game. Trying to make through it, trying to make it through, and not lose my voice. Difficult to call. Kind of more interesting if attacks. Constantine's losing his buildings though. His population's been knocked down to 200 max. That's not good for him when he's trying to push through here and trade them. Like all his houses are getting lit up. And their team, like, combined, they don't even have a fraction of what attack's got in terms of carbon. Like really, I think they barely got like 10k between them. And he's got what, 100? Is he going to hit 200 this game? That's the real question. I think not, because he's still got 60 population to drop. There's not really any resistance on this side anymore, so I would say they maybe got it here. Because it's just on Constantine to push here, but then Russians throwing assault mechs at him. There we got some Mounties running in front, unfortunately bunched together. But still, it's like it's hard to push in here quickly when you got to fight assault mechs every couple of seconds. You've got a lot of space to play with, but nothing really built up. And I think carbon's kind of an issue because they've been cut off from what little carbon they would have had left to mine. And then a lot of the leftover carbon's up here. And they don't have the banks for it, right? They've lost a lot over the course of this game. Attack can just keep handing carbon over to his teammates if he feels like it. Some ACs here trying to hold. The interceptors though, Ashman's on it. Like he's really playing Rebels well now. Got the right mix of units. Got his support in air, his Grens, his repeaters, his cannons. Just very well balanced army, a few bounty hunters here and there. A cheeky on. Attack AC in these units down. Gran's getting some great shots there. And they're going to call GG there, and I am free. I'm finally free of this game. As are you, if you're still watching at this point. Which you're probably more psycho than I am for casting this. But then again, you don't have to talk for like an hour and a half. It's just 3 hours game time. And waiting for the last person to dip out. I'll tell you what, I'll whip out the old score screen. I gotta put it on mute because I will get copyright struck for the funeral song that plays, like Qui-Gon's funeral song that plays at the achievements. Like even 10 seconds and YouTube's like, how dare you? Copyright. Copyright on those screaming moans. Right, I don't know. It's probably like Fluffy won't dip out. Total score. A soup in the lead there. Many units turned, but not really. I mean, I've seen RVA do like 200 in like half the game time, maybe a third of the game time, so not too impressed with 103. Constantine definitely losing lost there. Russian, I'm surprised he's got like the most kills there. I kind of thought Russian would have like the most kills and then maybe the most units lost. I think he lost a lot, but I suppose it's just MDs he's trading away, so can't really compete with the civs that are building troopers in terms of units lost. Certainly the metric you want to be competing in, right? Best trade, surprisingly, Blunt here. He did have it up quite early. He wasn't never really making that many Nova units from what I saw. Maybe just buying ore and food when he needed it. See, his food's kind of low compared to some of the bigger boys here. Like Ashman, Attack, Soup. So pretty much dominating most of the metrics in this game, like all the attack levels. And Attack, probably too many workers, for sure. And kind of an even... I suppose these are actually on the same team, aren't they? 2 and 2, so... I can't believe Russian had two holocrons as well, giving them Nova. Just never much Nova units. Anyway, if you like the content, please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, if you want to get involved with these types of games. If you look in the description field, you'll find the Expanding Fronts Discord, which is the mod that we're playing. You'll find our GBG random map Discord server, RM++ there, that you can join. That's kind of where we just keep in touch and make sure people are on to play games and stuff, where we play on voobly.com, which is the link there, which is like the old MSN gaming zone. And if you want to support the channel another way, maybe buy me a coffee, find a PayPal donation link down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye bye.